Copy the link, and we'll put it in there. Not dropping any frames yet. Hi everyone. Not dropping any frames yet. That's great. Hi everyone. Sounds like you can hear me. Any frames yet? Oh, that's great. My gosh. All right. If you can hear me, let me know in the chat. Looks like we've dropped a couple of frames. 117. The purpose of this stream today is to see how well streaming in the field works. So far, seems pretty good. I should be streaming 1080 and 60p, and hard to tell. Let's see, if I wave my arm, can you tell that it's 60p? It looks like it might only be 30. I don't know, does YouTube not support 60p streaming? Or 60 FPS, sorry. Let me refresh. YouTube might not support 60 FPS streaming. Does YouTube support? It might not. If it doesn't... Oh, well, it's supposed to. It looks like it doesn't, but it's working. It says it's streaming. Only dropped a couple of frames. This is great. So how does the quality look? I know this part is not quite in focus here. Does the quality look all right? Can't see you, just a leafy background. You can see me, come on. All right, wow, I'm surprised that we haven't dropped too many frames. Well, here's the deal. Let me tilt this up a little bit. Okay, so my goal today, okay, this is not up, no. My goal today was just to come out to the field and test out the live streaming setup. I do live streams of launches for BPS patrons, and this is just a test. So I upgraded my setup, which used to just be my phone, and it's not my phone anymore. It's a bunch of other things. So now we should be going from OBS. Basically, this is the Zcam E2 that is the main frame. That gets piped over HDMI, goes through a cam link into OBS, so it converts the HDMI to a way that the computer can handle it. It goes into OBS, and I'll probably just keep it pretty simple like this for streams. Then I'm connected to the network through my phone plan, but I've got my SIM card in a wireless hotspot, which is down there. And the benefit to the hotspot is that it also has an antenna output. So I have a Yagi antenna over there in the frame. I'm actually not pointing at it. I'm pointing away from it, but in the camera view it looks like I'm pointing at it. But I've got a fancy antenna that I can pan to here. This bad boy is pointed at the nearest cell tower, and it's looking pretty good. Ooh, look at that, we can zoom in. So it's an antenna that is suited for the range, the signal range. Hold on, where am I going here? It's an antenna that's well suited for the cell signal. Boy, this looks great. Does this look good to everyone else? It looks really good to me. Like way better than any other streams I've done, including those from home. My upload speed is insane. I'm gonna test it one more time. It might push, hold on. Okay, so we are getting, it might drop a couple of frames here. Okay, yep, we're dropping some frames. Dropped a couple of frames there, but 70 Mbps down. And we've got, sorry about the dropped frames. I think that's just the speed test doing its thing, but so 70 megabytes per second down, 36 megabytes per second up. Which I think is really great, but as I've recently learned is nothing, is peanuts compared to some of the other folks that are here. Oh, it's 1080-60 now for me. So is it 60? Let's see. This is also a public space, so I'm trying not to get in anyone's way here. 1080-60. Let's do that. Let's see if it really looks like 60 when I wave my hand. Oh, it does. Wow. All right. This is great. It's really 60 frames per second. It looks pre-recorded. That's a huge compliment. Yeah, thanks, Tony. It's crazy. It looks like, it doesn't look like a live stream. I can't believe how good this is. Wow. Someone says, is that the streaming police pulling up? Well, I hope not. My goal here wasn't just to test, though. I wanted to come out here and fly my little remote control plane. I've been getting pretty good at landing it, and I figured what we could do is come on out here and fly the plane and have that be a nice test of the stream. Much lower stakes than the rockets, but haven't done any little plane videos in a hot minute. So let me just take care of a couple of things here. Okay. Wow, this is incredible. I cannot believe how good this looks. I'm crapping my pants right now because of how good this looks. Okay. Let me refresh one more time. Boy, I could even do 4K. Okay, yeah, so every now and then we drop a couple of frames, but it doesn't look like it's more than, 1 or 2 seconds at a time, especially since we're doing 60 frames per second. I would bet if I dialed back the bit rate a little bit, it would be good. Okay. Someone says, can I do a speed test? So I just did a speed test, and it's going to be a little skewed because the stream is running, of course. Oh, wait, let's see. How does the compression? It looks a little rough on YouTube, although I guess that's just because it's 360. If I go full screen, will that work? Will that mess it up? I just want to look at how the compression looks on YouTube. So if I do a lot of stuff, it does look pretty clean. It's a little blocky, but that's not bad for a live stream. If we went to 30 FPS, we could get double the quality in the image. Okay, dropped a couple of frames there. All right, well, should we fly the plane? Is everyone good with that? We want to do some flying? Let's fly the plane. It's just a tiny plane. Like, don't get too excited, but let's try it. So I'm gonna bring this around. Here's my setup once again. We've got the computer streaming right there. Look, I can just push it into the void. Look, there you all are. That's everyone. Type some messages, see if they show up. That was a bad idea. Yep, there we go. There's everyone in the stream. There's everyone. Okay, this is great. Well, let's fly the plane. So, I like doing landing practice, and I think that's probably what I'm going to do today. Let me just focus first, so it's nice and high quality. And we're going to do some landing practice. I'm going to bring the plane out, come back around. The wind is coming from a little bit from the side, so we're going to have to crab into it a bit. But here's the thing. I'm not good at flying remote control planes. This is not my forte. So, it might not go extremely well, but we'll see. I'm also going to turn this screen around so that I can see what the camera sees. Oops, there we go. All right. Perfect. We all ready? Man, this is crazy good quality. So, this is the plane here. It is a Sport Cub S2. I got it off of Amazon. It's super cheap. The goal was I want to learn how to fly this thing really, really well so that when I decide it's time to upgrade to something bigger, I can have a lot more confidence in my flying. So far, for whatever this was, $100, $80, totally good deal. Really glad I did it. Let me get the controller. And we'll turn it on. I'm going to move the microphone and point it this way It's probably going to be a little quieter over here, but hopefully it's not too bad. Okay. This is going to be great. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Whoa. And I'll tilt that this way. So the other thing I'm really testing here is not just the stream quality or anything, but powering my laptop. So this is another great thing to test. I started out at 69% battery, and now I'm down to 57%. I think some of that is the cold weather. You know, the wattage of the charger can't quite do it to keep the laptop powered, and it's working pretty hard here. So, all right, well, let's fly. It's about time. Hopefully this stays in frame for the most part. Well, I guess we'll just see. Ooh. Okay, hold on. It's going the wrong way. Okay, so it's just going into the wind. So can you see me? Is this a pretty good setup? It's not too bad. I don't know how well the audio is going to really translate for this. All right, let's try to come in for a landing toward the camera. Nope, that's not going to happen. Come around. Maybe I'll go away from the camera. This is more into the wind. All right, not bad. Sorry about the super chats here. Thank you so much, Stratino. I hope I haven't missed any others, have I? I think I probably have. I'm sorry, folks. This is maybe the not the best stream to do the super chats on, just because I don't want to miss any of them. Okay, here we go. Let's take off again. Oh. I think we're still good. We bent the propeller just a little bit, which is not too bad. Okay, all right, thank you. Not too bad. See, this is why you buy the small planes first, and then you buy the big planes, because sometimes you hit the tree. Although, to my credit, there's a lot more going on. I'm usually not live streaming when I fly my plane, so there's a little bit more to focus on right now. All right. Moonman says, this is the secret project with Charlie. There it is. You got it. Boy, I need to stop going so close to the camera. It's really fun to do. Oh, I'm in the wrong mode. There it is. It's really fun to go close to the camera, but it's a little dangerous too. All right, coming around. Let's try to land toward the camera. Ooh, little rough. Little bit rough. Okay. Let's try again. Gonna come around here. Okay. Little rough. This is so much fun. I love this. Man. This is excellent. Alright, let me see if I can move the webcam a little more out of the way. We probably don't need... Yeah, there we go. Okay. We're gonna come around here with a lot of space. Here we go. Not bad. Maybe I should zoom the camera in a little bit and try to hit the same target each time. Yeah, I think I'll try that. Oof. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna zoom the camera in because we're pretty much gonna constantly try to hit this same area. And I'm gonna make myself a little bit smaller. Okay. Here we go. Wait, no, I want to go this way. It's hard to figure out what to do with this here. Maybe I'll go on this side. Maybe that's better. Okay. Oh, we dropped a couple of frames there. Dropped a few frames. Looks like we're back now. Alright, we're gonna do landing again. Here we go. I'm gonna give it a wide, nice wide turn and keep it pretty low and slow. Not bad. Okay, let's come around again and do it one more time. Okay, we're gonna cut power. A little high. Ooh, that was pretty smooth. That was good. So much fun. So does everything still look good for people? I know, it's not every part of this is perfect, but does everything still look pretty good in terms of the quality and everything else? Trying to figure out, maybe I go in the top right. I think that's maybe the move, so that we have lots of area that we can see the plane. There's a bird up there. All right, you ready? We're gonna do it again. This is just landing practice today. We're already nice and low, and the power's pretty much cut. It's a little windy. Oop! All right, up again. Oof! I almost hit the antenna. I wonder if I can get the plane close enough to the antenna, if that'll correlate with a dropped signal. Here we go. A little hot. Zoom out the camera lens. Should we zoom out? Nathan says, oh yeah, this is gonna be great for lunches. Nathan, this is you, man. You did this. You were like, hey, go buy this thing. And I was like, I don't know, do I really need to? And you were like, yeah. And turns out, good call. Alright, there we go. So now we're at 49% battery. We've been streaming for about 20 minutes. This is still pretty good. I think the cold does affect this a little bit, which is fine because it's only going to get warmer later. We're running out of battery on the plane, and somewhat on the laptop, but mostly running out of battery on the plane. All right, coming in. Little fast. Coming around. Let's try that again. I gotta cut power on the turn. Little bouncy buddy. All right, let's do it again. Lots of practice. So I'm flying right now. I'm flying this plane in the beginner mode, which means there's a lot of stability assistance in the control system here. Ooh, like butter. There's a lot of assistance in the control system, so it's using the gyros to make sure it doesn't, tip over or anything like that. It makes it really easy for me to fly this, and what I'd like to try to do is later today, maybe when the wind calms down a little bit, we'll try to fly in the control mode that gives me less assistance. I think that would be good to try. I can fly really well with the less assistance. I can do like loop-de-loops. Maybe we could point the camera out there and we'll do some tricks later. But I can do like loop-de-loops and all sorts of things, but when it comes to landing, the control, like keeping the controls really butter smooth, is very helpful. There's a guy looking at me. All right, coming around. Ooh, too low, too low. Gotta try again. All right, nice and slow. And cut power. Oof, little rough. Okay, probably want to do one more landing on this battery. Maybe I'll buzz the computer a couple of times, and then we'll do one more landing, and then we got to change batteries. I've got plenty of plane batteries though, so we're good. Let's buzz the computer. Okay, one more. Nice and close. We'll come in from this side. Alright, and now let's come around for a landing, this time from the right. I haven't done one from this side yet. Okay, cutting power, turning around. Very nice. Cool. Man, this is awesome. There's so many people watching. People be loving planes. All right, so let's change the batteries. Let's go with this guy here. Actually, yeah, this is a good example. You can hear it when I move it. Let's focus the camera. So when I turn it, those are the control system. The control surface is trying to right the plane. So when I give it high rates, pitch, yaw, roll, any of that, it tries to correct for it because it's in that really beginner mode. Okay, refocus. man. I can't believe how good the quality is. So, folks, how often does it drop out for you? How often does it, like, just completely cut? Because it seems to do that periodically. That might be a bitrate thing. Never? People say never, no dropouts. Not at all, not much. Wow. So no cuts, huh? Maybe I don't need to change anything. So every now and then OBS will show that it's dropping out and that we're dropping frames, but it looks like for other people it's not that bad. Okay, let's zero this out. Okay. All right. This is better than the Cooking with Joey B stream quality. Honestly, yeah, like it's better than my home internet, which is the funniest thing. All right. Ready? More landing practice. Let's come around from the right now. Let's start landing from the right. Just so I don't get stuck in a rut of which way we're going. All right, so I'm gonna go out. We're also going kind of with the wind here, so the turns have to be a little tighter. I love that it jumps. All right, we'll go out to the right again. It's hard. We're sort of going against the wind, and then we're going into it. All right, cutting it. Oh, oh no! F in the chat. It's no big deal. It just got a little topsy-turvy there. It's very nose heavy. I'm putting bigger batteries than it was shipped with. I'm giving it bigger batteries than it's supposed to use right now. Just because it gives me, longer flight times, which I want. The ones that it comes with are these little tiny lipos, and these don't do anything. So I've got these larger ones. What are we doing in terms of milliamp hours? They send you 180 milliamp hour batteries, and I'm flying with like 700 or 500. Some of these takeoffs are a little sketchy. All right. It's so smooth and peaceful. Oh! Oh! I hit the grass. Oh, jeez. Come on, you can do it, buddy. There we go. All right, let's come around for another landing. We're a little tight. Turn around, cut the power. Oof. Hey, am I feeling raindrops? I don't think I am. Maybe that's just from the tree. Hold on. Okay, we are at 40% battery power now. We've been streaming for 30 minutes and we went down from 69 to 40. Not great, not terrible. This thing, if y'all want it, someone can probably find it on Amazon. It's the Sport Cub S2. I think it was like $80 or $100. You know, really, the right way to do this is probably to buy like a nice controller and... Oh, okay, nice. The right way to do this is to buy like a nice controller and really do it big, but if you're on a super budget, this is pretty fun. And also, having no experience with any planes larger than this, it seems like the right call to get started with a tiny little park flyer and then move up to bigger ones. Just like you start... Oh. Just like you start with small model rockets, and then you move on to big ones as you learn the theory and how they work, and then you can, take on a little bit more risk yourself. I got some birds chasing me. Okay. Oh! Alright, we'll do a couple more landings. I'm feeling pretty good. Maybe we'll try to land from, we'll try to land right around where the camera is. Still doing great on the stream quality here. Not dropping too many frames. Does it still look good to everyone? Okay, so let's try to land passing the camera. Very smooth. All right, coming in. Nice. Okay, coming in. Oof. Do not buzz the tower. No, I'm gonna buzz the tower. I make the rules. Smooth as lactate milk. Ugh. Let's buzz the camera. Try to stay low for a little bit and try to maintain like a nice low altitude. That's kind of a fun challenge, and one that is slightly filled with danger. I've got my throttle at a constant, and we're just going to try to keep it right by the ground. Oof. And now we'll bring it in. All right, folks, I think we should switch it up. The stream is not over. I think we should switch it up. I think we should point the camera out there and do some loop-de-loops. I don't know if 1080p is going to lend itself super well to this, but I think it would be fun to try a couple of little loops here. So let's do it, right? Why not? Now, the question is, how do I do this with my setup so I don't get myself into a lot of trouble? I think first I do this, and I point it up there. And so that's going to be our target for where we are. And let's just see if we can make this work out. All right. So you can see me, and we're going to point it up at the sky, and I'm going to try to fly you know, sort of in this box. I guess I'll give some ground in there too. Make sure we're focused. Okay, let's try that. You probably can't hear the plane, right? All right, here we go. Doing a little aerobatics here. I'm stalling. Oh boy. Let's get some altitude here and I'll do another loop. I don't actually need that much altitude. Is this acceptable? That's probably about right. No, that's too high. Oh no, okay, that's good. All right, so let me come around. You can see that. All right, here we go. Loop de loop. Nice. Ooh! That was a little close. That was a little bit close. Let's do another one. Let's do another one from the other side now. This one's a little harder. I have to look through the trees. If I come around here. Okay, that's good. It is really hard to see though. And here we go. Perfect. Very nice. How do you rate me on a scale of 1 to wouldn't fly on this plane? Or I guess on a scale of wouldn't fly on this plane to would trust your life with me as pilot across the Atlantic. Alright, we're going to get some more altitude here and try not to keep stalling because I've been doing that quite a bit, which I don't feel great about. Here we go. How well can you see those loops? All right, coming in. Quality is crab, says Moon Man. That is great news, man. Is this better or is the landing practice better? This is better? Okay, I gotta land this plane, hold on. Let me get some altitude. And then with that altitude, I will use it to adjust the camera. There's us. Just going off into oblivion. Okay, gotta turn it around. Here we go. Let's come in for a landing. Oh, don't hit it! Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Ouch. Okay. I see the loops out of frame. Out of frame. People like this. People seem to like this. Well, let's do more landing practice. I kind of like the landing stuff. So let's do more of that. Because I make the rules. This is going better than I ever could have hoped, I think, just in terms of quality. Alright, let's do this. Here we go. I'll turn this so I can, so you can still see me. All right, more landing. Can you see the, you can see that black strip in the center of the pavement, right? If you can see that, I think that's going to be our new target. We're going to try to land consistently as close to that as we can. Oof, it's a little rough. I'm going to move the camera back so we get a slightly wider view. But yeah, if you can see that black strip there, we're going to try to land on it. That's the goal. Oof. No F's in the chat. It's not crashed yet. Just a rough liftoff. There we go. All right. I'm going to try to land every time on that black strip. Okay, not great. It's hard. It's really hard to control it near the end because I always forget that I need to be using the rudder and not the ailerons. I default to the ailerons for control, but on the ground you can't do that. Oh, all right, that was pretty good. All right, just talking about using the rudder helped. Okay, here we go. Just a lot of takeoffs and landings. That's all we're doing today. And a couple of loops, just as a treat. Okay, not bad. My ultimate goal here is to get good enough at this that I would be comfortable flying a plane with a rocket strapped under it. For reasons that may or may not be obvious. Okay. Missed the mark on that. Okay. Coming around. Oof, that was rough. Yeah, you know what? I think I need to get much better at just using the rudder more. Especially on or near the ground. Does anyone have any tips for me? In terms of flying this plane? And how to not be bad at it. Say rudder 5 times fast. Buttered the landing, nice. Use FPV, don't crash. That's a good tip. There should be a mode that mixes rudder and aileron input. Yeah, no, so I'm actually flying in that mode, which is the most disappointing part. I can do, when I do aileron inputs in this easy mode, it actually is doing aileron and a little bit of rudder. Okay, that's pretty good. But I can also do only rudder with no aileron. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Maybe one more landing on this battery and then we have to switch, but we have more batteries, which is good news. And I probably need to adjust the exposure on this camera, or not the exposure, but like the shutter speed. Ooh, that was good. Right down the line. Ooh, someone did a super chat. Hold on, let me try to not miss this. What's the next project going to do after Sprint, and what happens to the ARC control board? So ARC got tabled because I realized I really don't like doing customer service. And ARC was me. ARC would have required that I do a lot more of that, and that wasn't gonna work so well for me. Hold on. Here we go. Ooh, ISO 5000. So let's do a couple of things. First, that shutter angle is gonna go back up to at least 120. 144. Yeah, you know what? We'll go all the way up to 180, and we'll keep the aperture high. Nice. And then what's happening after sprint, I can't super talk about that. I can tell you I want to do fin control this year. I want to do other things. And sprint has still kind of a long way to go. We need to add Ava into it. Ava is the new flight computer that I've been working on. But it's not ready yet. And Ava has a lot of complexity associated with it. So there's going to be plenty of time spent on that. All right, more landing practice. One more landing on this battery and then we'll switch it. Here we go. Gonna be smooth. I can feel it. Sorta. We were leaning over the entire time. All right, let's switch this battery. So we already did this one, maybe? This one? One of these I've already done. Let me see. I should have made more of a note of this. Okay, let's see. This kind of feels like already used. Oh, this is it. You can tell from the pitch of the motor. All right, this is it, folks. We're gonna do a little bit more landing practice. And then I think we'll probably be all set here, but this is oh, here we go. So we've got let's do some questions here before we do anything else. All right, so laptop is now at 25%, and we've been streaming for almost an hour. So even if I don't have it at full charge, it looks like it can hold pretty well. Okay. Joe, what is the battery on the laptop at? Oh, that was what you were asking, 25%. Yeah, so I'm using a 12-volt deep cycle battery to keep things afloat on the laptop here. And it's not really working because the computer's working pretty hard to stay alive. How is the video so crisp? The video be crisp because of the antenna I'm using. I've got a really fancy little antenna over here, this Yagi antenna that we're using to beam this video to the nearest cell tower. So I point it at the nearest cell tower, and then I've got a modem that's connected to the laptop. There's everyone there. Man, this looks so good. Look, there's your question. How is the video so crisp? Man. Okay, anyway. So the whole point of this is this is all for patron live streams. I live stream these launches. I think eventually I'd like to do more live streams on the BPS channel, but the patron live streams are a great way for me to keep the stakes super low, and so I'm testing out the basically the functionality in the field. I've just got like a little table. Genuinely, this is all it is. So I've got a little table right here. Yeah, so here's the laptop. You can see the HDMI cord coming off. I've got a tripod. I've got the antenna over there, kind of in a clearing. I've got it on a mic stand, so it's not too high up, but I know the nearest cell tower is over there. But like, look at this quality, man. This is insane. This is like, it looks pre-recorded. Yeah, and then so the camera is going over a cam link, then it goes into the laptop. It goes into OBS there, and then the modem is on the ground. That's the modem right there. It's a Netgear, what is it, like MR 1100, and then you can see the cable from the modem runs out to the antenna, and that's the whole signal chain. Put this back on the laptop. And there we go. And there's like a little bit of hacky stuff to make sure that Verizon can't cap the data limits here. It's actually not that hacky. It's pretty easy to figure out how to do it. But here we go. More landing practice. All right, coming in. Right on the line. Oop. Let's come in from the right. The light is fading, which is going to be a fun challenge for this camera here. Ooh. Okay, not great. Let's take a look at our settings. So 1600, this means we can start backing off on the aperture. 1600. Let's see what the ISO compensates to. Anything? It should have moved. Why is the ISO not moving? There's a question. 2000? Oh, hold on. 1600. Is it just not updating? It's auto, 1250. I mean, it looks properly exposed, so I'm not really worried about it. But I'm surprised at how... Oh, I guess I just wasn't connected and actually, like, changing the aperture. There it is. That's great. Looks like our white balance shifted a little bit, too. Okay, great. Let's do more. The laptop is down to 22%, and we're at just under an hour still, 21%, so a little bit rough. Actually, you know what though? To the deep cycle batteries credit, we didn't start off with a full charge. I charged it for like 3 hours today, so it's not starting off at full capacity. So that's a good thing to consider, I guess. All right, let's start off on the left and come in. Pretty good. Let's zoom in a little bit. I feel like we're not quite using all of the field here. There we go. All right. Oh, I left the display on. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, coming in a little high. Not bad. All right, one more from the left, and then we'll go from the right. Maybe we'll do just a touch and go on this one. Try to touch the center line, and then come back. No! Oh, that was good. That was pretty good. It looks like we're okay. Yeah. Oh no, okay, well we do have some problems here. I hit the tree. The rudder looked bent at first. Oh. Ooh, we snapped off some of the rudder supports. That might end up being a problem. Well, let's see. Oh boy, yeah. No, you know what? This is gonna require some tape. So I think we might be done for the day. Okay, let me move this over here and get a good shot. Yeah, tell me this isn't like the most crisp image from a live stream that you have ever seen. Look at this. This is crazy. It looks so good. We're at 20% battery now. It still looks really smooth. Are hot dogs a sandwich? No, they are not. They're closer to soup. Okay, let's turn this off. Anyway, so let me one more time. So here's how this is all powered. Here's how this is all working together. I have the camera streaming here. Let me turn this off. Okay, so I have the camera right here, the Zcam E2, that does HDMI out, and that goes in through a cam link, which is really easy. That goes into the computer, into OBS. I do a little bit of saturation. You can tell that's just a little bit pushed here, saturation and contrast. And then the laptop is powered by the deep cycle battery here, the 12 volt. I'm really convinced now that it's because I'm convinced now that the reason the 12 volt battery isn't doing super well is because I didn't charge it like almost at all since the last time I used it, which was last night for 2 hours with like full pull from it. And then that goes out through the Yagi antenna. Is that how you pronounce it? Yagi? Yagi? All right. Well, this is a great test. Do you have a voltmeter to see how charged it is? I don't have it here, Nathan, but I do at home. It looked like it was at like 12.7, something like that. So feels like a medium charge. I don't actually know the curve of lead acid batteries that well. All right, well, let's just do a couple of... I'll take 3 questions. 3 questions, and I pick them at random. That's what we'll do. Wow, the ISO is still really low. This is impressive. All right. If you were to build a liquid rocket, what injector would you use? I don't count this question. I'm sorry. I don't know liquid engines that well. Will you ever do a Sprite live stream for the public? With this setup, it seems pretty doable now. Yeah, that seems pretty doable now. Are you going to get the FPV and the rocket cam again? Maybe, Nathan. That would work with the H-13 flights. I have enough H-13 motors that I would be cool spending one on one of those. But if we did that, I would make it a full public BPS live stream just so everyone can watch. And then I would switch from a omnidirectional antenna to a dipole or something more directional. And then maybe I'd get something more directional on the ground too, and I'd have someone track it. And then we could get much better video. Because if you remember from one of the H-13 Scout launches that I live streamed over the summer, the video cut out super easily, even when the rocket was just moving downrange. Let's see. Can we get more on the strapping a rocket to a plane? The plan is not really worked out for that. I just think it would be very cool. I want to work out aerodynamic control first, because I think what I'd do is I'd do 3 or 4 fins in the back, and I'd make a Pegasus or Virgin Orbit model, or it could be an X-15 model. That would be really cool too, but that's going to be a little bit of work. I don't think it would be TVC, because I'd want it to be aerodynamically stable when it drops. Why aren't you isolating? Well, there's no one here. I mean, I'm still socially distanced from literally everyone. And all of these things, all of the surfaces I'm touching, these are things that are just from my house. So apart from like the cement on the ground, there's pretty little risk here. Is Electron Heavy real? It doesn't seem like that. Wow, will you try making a Starship model? Probably not. Maybe. If things get real rough and I really need to go for the views, maybe we'll do a Starship model. Do I work for the Illuminati? Yeah, I can't talk about it though. Did I bring that table? Yes, it's a folding table. KSP stream? Oh man, I gotta do one of those soon. Honestly, I really loved the golfing stream. That was pretty great too. Will you build a racing quadcopter? For the last 3 years, I have said I want to get into FPV racing. I just think it seems so much like it's so fun, and it's the same thing with the plane where you get to like unlock a new part of your brain and learn a new skill. And it's not even like it's expensive. I don't like that, but it also is just I can never justify spending money on that instead of spending it on BPS stuff. Who am I wearing? Coles. This is Coles. It's a Coles NASA sweatshirt. All right. Let's see if I can do one more. Is that a flight test plane? No, it's just Amazon. Don't you hate it when things cost money? It do genuinely be like that sometimes. All right, well, with that, folks, I think that's probably it for me today. Thanks so much for joining. I am over the moon with how good the quality looks on this. This has no business looking this good. It's literally better quality than when I stream from home. So, dropped a couple of frames there. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm super pleased with this. Thank you all for joining, and there should be a new video on the BPS channel in a couple of days. Should be Sprint Flight 4. I've got all of it filmed. I just need to edit it together. And then we've got at least one more in the books with the G8. So that's all from me for now. Thanks for watching. I think we'll do another golf stream soon on this channel because that was pretty fun. All right, I'm going. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice day.